I absolutely loved our fight tonight. This group has been waiting all day. We've been waiting all year to be in this moment and to walk on the field and watch these guys look up and see the crowd and see our fans and to just know how hard they worked all year to get here was just an unbelievable feeling. I loved our fight throughout the entire game. It was a dogfight. I thought Lindsay did a great job on the mound. Our defense was great. It was a total pitcher's duel, and I just look at two swings that were the difference maker. But I'm just proud of these guys and how they came back. They tied the game up and gave us a chance to win the ball game.
Okay, we'll start with questions for players, front row left. It's right there.
James Greppy with the Oregonian. Paige, walk us through your perspective on the play at the plate when a couple of years ago you were on the other side of an obstruction call in Stillwater that went the other direction. So what was your perspective on the play at the plate and how she impeded your path at that point?
Yeah, I mean, for me at third base, I know I was just going to figure out any way I could score. I definitely got lucky in that situation, but for me to just go into the base as if she was in the way, as she was, that's all I had to do. And no matter what, I was going to figure out a way to score for the team in that situation in the seventh inning. So that's kind of what was going on and what was thinking in my head, was just figuring out any way to score.
Okay, we go back corner here on the left side.
Brett Taylor, KZI9 Sports. Lindsay, you said a couple weeks ago how, hitters sometimes are going to just hit their marks. It's just the way the game works. In a game where it felt like all your stuff was working and only the one bomb that was really the mark on your left, just how much did you learn from this game where maybe coming into tomorrow, there are no mistakes from here on out?
Yeah, I mean, I think the hitters definitely get a vote too. It's part of the sport, it's part of the game. I think it's just having that next pitch mentality to move forward for my team. I mean, that's all you can do. There's no point in looking back at the past. So I think just continuing to have a short-term memory and a really competitive mindset to just focus on what's coming next. I mean, who knows? The future might not look perfect, but it also could work out really well for the Ducks, and I think it will.
Okay, we go back to front row left.
James Greppy with the Oregonian. Kedri, how do you personally reset in this one? Because if not for one of those two swings, both your swing early and what looked like a far more incredible catch in center than you made it look like to most of us, were obviously two of the huge plays in the game up until the very end there. How do you personally reset when you had the kind of night that you did up until that point?
Yeah, I think just doing everything I can for my teammates. That's what's always on my mind. It's never, oh, I want to get on base for me. I want to get on base for my teammates and just I want to do what I can, kind of like what Paige said. She's going to do anything she can to score, and that's how we all are. We're going to do anything to get it done for each other.
Okay, we go to the back left corner again.
Brett Taylor, KZI again. Paige is a veteran of this team. Is there anything after a loss like this that needs to be said to the team heading into tomorrow's game, where obviously from here on out there's no room for error? It's win or where your season ends at this point.
Yeah, I think this group is so good at bouncing back. We've shown it all year, and so I'm excited to see what we're able to do tomorrow. And I think for us, when we can change our mindsets to being competitive, we're so unbeatable. And I think that's what we're going to see tomorrow, is just how can we relax and trust what we've been doing all year and really just dive into each other and just really buy into that, because once we have that, we're so good. So I think today maybe we didn't see the game as much as the type of game that we usually play, but I think looking forward, I know all of us want to keep and continue to play games with each other, so I think you're going to see that type of fight show up every day.
Okay, we'll go back to front row left.
James Greppy with the Oregonian. Lindsay, after your first pitch strikes went up rather significantly, and yet some of their offensive success, particularly their big bats, picked up after that, even when you were attacking the zone. What adjustments did they make there, particularly from some of their better hitters, Poya and Grant and Woolery, as the game went on, to have a little bit of success?
Yeah, I mean, I think I always try and stay locked in on what I can do for our team. It's more about our plan versus the other team's plan. So I think just figuring out the umpire's zone, that's step one. And then from there, it's just collaborating with coach and just figuring out how we're going to get these batters out and working with Emma as well. And like I said earlier, the hitters get a vote too. So I think just working pitch by pitch and, yeah.
Okay, last question for players.
Aiden Hess, KWVA Sports. Lindsay, before this game, you were the last pitcher to face UCLA. 5 innings, complete game shutout in that one back in late April. You had your stuff working again tonight. What differences were you working with tonight versus the last game against them?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like to stick to my process as well. That's what our team is really big on across the board. So sticking to what I do and what my process looks like with Coach and Emma and the rest of my team. And yeah, I mean, we're at the College World Series. I think that's the only difference. We're not at the Jane. And I think moving forward, just making Oklahoma City just like Eugene and making that for us, or our team.
Okay, that'll wrap up. Thanks for players. You guys are dismissed.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach? Okay, we'll go front row left.
James Kirby with the Oregonian. Missy, like I referenced the obstruction rule a couple of years ago, went against you guys, and then it snowballed the other way. Your perspective on the play at the plate, and how confident were you going into the review that it was going to be overturned and that was going to be a tie game at that point?
I think you never know what the reviews, what it's going to come back to, but just seeing the play and looking at it from my advantage point, it just looked like it was obstruction from the beginning to the end of the play.
Okay, we'll go front row right.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Just how impressive is it for Lindsay to have another quality outing against a good offense, especially when the game's kind of shaped to favor hitters right now?
I love what she's doing on the mound, and I love our team and how they fight behind her. I'm really proud of her. We're on the other end of this, but these guys, you're going to see a really good-looking team tomorrow. I love how these guys play and how they play for each other. She works her butt off for these guys, and they do the same. So I'm proud of her fight. It's tough to be on the other end of it, but we've been here before, and we have that experience. These guys do a great job of putting it away and being ready to go for tomorrow. And so I'm looking forward to seeing her and her teammates back on the field ready to compete.
Okay, we'll now get a second row on the left here.
Saul Gavon, KWA. Despite the outcome, it seemed like they played with a lot of joy. And we're talking about the fight right now. It's such a big moment for a lot of these players playing in the first World Series. And you being here before, did you say anything to them pregame that kind of calmed nerves, before they stepped out on the field?
For them just to stick to their process. It's something we've been doing all year long. It doesn't matter where we're playing, who we're playing. It's about us. That's the most important thing, and understanding what our process looks like. And for them just to continue on. For this group, it's their first time today to play at the World Series, and what an unbelievable thing for us. We've been waiting all year to be here. So, again, I love their fight. A couple things go our way, and we could be on the other side of this. But what I do know is, every time something doesn't go our way, how do we bounce back? And we bounce back the way the Ducks know how to bounce back.
Okay, we'll stay second row on the left here.
Aiden Hess, KWVA Sports. Coach, you talk about bouncing back, and after all of your losses, you've not followed it up with another one, haven't lost consecutive games this year. How much and what are you telling your team going into tomorrow in the elimination game?
For them we talk a lot about to have the ability to start fast, stay fast, and finish fast. And I thought we started a little slow today. And I think for them, I think you're going to see them start fast tomorrow.
Okay, we'll go front row left now.
James Kirby with the Oregonian. Missy, kind of a two-parter on the last at-bat there, but one, I don't know if you had a chance to look back at it yet, but did Elise miss her spot, or was Clemens just come through with a big hit there? And two, I realize not that you have very many good options with Paula next, but because Clemens had homered off Elise earlier in the season, was there any thought of managing around that or getting around her in any way?
We're in the moment, we're heat of the moment, and we're making those decisions, and we felt great with our decisions, and those were the decisions that we made, and we went for it. I thought Elise came in relief and was really excellent on the mound. I loved what she was doing.
Any more questions? Okay, one more.
It gets lost in a game like this, but how much should we not lose sight of what Kedry did in this game on both ends? Because the hit early, but again, that catch at center, that by replay, it sure looked like if she doesn't catch that or it goes off her glove, it's going over the wall. And again, that gets lost to a great play at the end for them. But how much should we not lose sight of the things that you guys did on on your guys' end that very well could have been the game-changing plays the other direction.
Yeah, definitely. Loved watching Kedry come up and make that big play in center field, and then again to do it at the plate. To sit on that and get a hit for us and score that RBI. Kedry has been doing that all year. Like those catches, I'm not even surprised anymore. It's almost routine for her. And then just how she's been coming up clutch all year has been so impressive. Again, just extremely proud of her, and I'm looking forward to seeing her do it again tomorrow.
Okay, that'll wrap things up. Thank you.